Alright, finally had an accidental lucid dream. So I was at a birthday party for myself, and my cousin, my oldest sister, and my dad was there. And my dad had got these, like, arts and crafts, that's the word, or two words, or three. Well, he had got these arts and crafts, like, things for us to do. And we were doing them, and then everyone disappeared except my oldest sister. Not just like they left, but like out of thin air. And so I went downstairs to look for him, and now I was in my mom's old house. Then I went to the backyard to look for him, and there was a bunch of people out having a festival. I think here's where I became lucid, or maybe like just before this. But I flew up to look for them, and I saw that they were eating McDonald's while crossing the street on a bridge. So there was like a bridge over the street, like a wooden bridge. So I flew down to them, and on my way down, they kind of dropped their McDonald's. So I actually did this and rewound time, and so it was just like a video being rewound, and yeah. So now their McDonald's was no longer on the floor. Um, this is the first time I did that, but I didn't know it at the time. I was thinking that I had done this a lot before. And I think that's probably why it worked, because if I had known that this was my first time, I probably would have been hesitating or been wondering if it was going to work. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. So yeah, once their McDonald's was no longer on the floor, my dad handed me a burger. But it was a Burger King burger actually, which I prefer, and it was pretty good. So I went back. This is another cool thing. I remembered that I left my sister in the house. So I went back to go get her. And so I opened the door to the room where she had been. And it was kind of creepy. She was just like standing there in the dark, facing the door. But I kind of ignored the creepy aspect of that, and I was just like, "Hey, I found him." She was like, "Oh, cool," and she followed me downstairs, which was another cool thing that she was still there, because normally once you leave a room, nothing is the same as the way you left it. So yeah, we went downstairs back to the backyard, and the festival was still happening in the backyard. This was a very stable dream, I guess. Um, but now all the lights were off. Well, there were no lights. It was nighttime and there were no lights. Um, and I wanted to turn on some lights. And I remembered that there were some like torches lining the streets. I don't think there actually were, but I had this dream memory of that. So I was like, hold on a sec, I'm gonna turn on the torches. So I kind of like did this weird anime thing with my hands and like just tried to will the lights to turn on, and it actually worked. Normally I can never turn lights on without singing a happy song. Um, but it worked. So instead of like real torches, they were like giant torches that didn't work, but they had like Christmas lights wrapped around them. Um, and yeah, those lights turned on, and they like slowly like increased in brightness, right? They didn't just like turn on. And once they were on, they were making this really cool sound. It didn't sound like electricity or like technology, right? It sounded like one of those magic sound effect sounds. Yeah, it was cool. Um, so yeah, I turned those on, and so we walked out the backyard to join the festival, and we were walking, and then I woke up. But that was really cool. That was like one of the that's like maybe the best control I've had in a lucid dream, and the best stability, I think. I had another lucid dream recently, which was also very good control, or in which I also had very good control. But there were like two things that I tried to do that didn't work. Whereas in this case, everything I tried to do worked. Grammar. So I was very happy, and that was a completely accidental one. I didn't do wake back to bed, or I still haven't been doing reality checks in a while, or anything like that. I've still been meditating, but that's about it. So I think it's been like a month. I think that I haven't been trying to lucid dream. I didn't expect it to take that long for me to have an accidental one. Um, but I'm glad I did, and I'm glad it was a pretty fun one. All right, enough said. I think. Thanks for watching.